Hello and welcome to the seventh and last reading lesson. In this lesson we will go through the appendices, but first of all I will read the exercises of lesson 6 starting on page 46, and as usual I will read from right to left across. Eid khana shaqam tar'a, eid khda bakhta bar ilana, authoraya gabare wow, یالو پجمی اینا گاو بیت کتابه مرآند میخنا گاو بیت کریه خبر قال خیلانا تایل گاو دورانه ای بخت سوثا اطلاق ذاکر مختا بایده او ناش ساوا ساوا زال لبیت ارکه یار خمن یارخد بیت نیسان لی با آهشت لایت رابا مدراته اوه گره اتشه ازنه خارایا خینا یار خالرامشا اتیانه بیت ایل بیت آسیره بیت ارکه بیت گوسا بیت دینا بیت خمیما بیت یلدا بیت کتابه بیت الخم بیت مامرا بیت نهرین بیت نیسانه بیت پلگا بیت قوره بیت رمشا بیت ترعا برا ایدا برا آینه برا سپا برا قالا بار کاوترا جواله جله گبارا دفتر درغ حباوه حجت یودای کارسا قانا شتایا. Okay. Now let's do the appendices. Well, Appendix A, it's transformation from Assyrian to English alphabet. As I say in the note, this is not a scientific document, but you can use it in able to remember the letters easily. And some of the letters are in fact very similar, like Lemad or P, for example, are very similar to the English alphabet. And in Appendix B you will have the chart of pronunciation, and this too there's nothing I can say about it except that when you need you can refer to it. But I will explain a little bit Appendix C, which shows the association between Assyrian letters and numbers, because Assyrian letters are still used as numbers in certain cases. For example, the year a book was published is written in the first or second page of the book in letters. Also, biblical references are given in letters. So if you don't know the numerical value of letters, you will not be able to find those references. Now, as you can see, Alaf is 1, Bet 2, Gamal 3, Dalat 4, He is 5, Waw is 6, Zain is 7, Chet is 8, Tet is 9, and Yod is 10. Then 11 will be Yod Allah, Yod Bet will be 12, etc. And Yod Tet will be 19. Then Kaf is 20, etc. And then Lama 30, Mem 40, up to Tau, which is 400. Now we run out of letters, so what we do, since Noon was 50, we put a dot over it and it becomes 500, and we go up to Sade with a dot over it, which is 900. Now for 1,000 and above we use other symbols. So Alab with the Talqana is 1,000, up to Tet with the Talqana, which is 9,000. Allah with the Mahagana under it is 10,000, up to Tet with the Mahagana under it, which is 90,000. Allah with Siam under it is 100,000, and Tet with Siam under it is 900,000. Allah with Zlame is 1 million, up to Tet with Zlame is 9 million. Now I could not find the other numbers, but I'm sure that they were numbers to go above these, but as they are not used nowadays, there's no need for them. There are some examples here to show you how to write the current year, or some of the biblical references on page 51. You can go through them and have a look. Now we have Appendix D, in which there are some additional distinctive marks. I did not want to put these, but after I had a discussion with Rabbi Daniel David Benyamin, who has been my teacher and mentor and supporter for the last few years, and I'm really very grateful to him for all his encouragements, he convinced me to add these, firstly for completion, and secondly because there are students who are doing research at universities and they need to read old books, and in the old books all these distinctive marks are used, and actually there are still some authors who use them. Now there are three of them. One of them is Ushaya, which is a dot that we place over some of the letters in order to make their sound stronger, so they are pronounced with more emphasis. These letters are Bet, Gamal, Dalat, Kaf, and Tav. For example, you have Dugla, which means lie, and there's a Kushaya over Gamal in order to emphasize it, so it's Dugla with more emphasis. Now the other sign is Mahagyana. When in a word there are two consecutive letters that do not have a vowel, and the second one is one of the Amlai Ahron, then we put Hagyana under it. For example, we have Khemta. Now you have two letters, Hab and Mim, which do not have a vowel, and the second one is one of Amlai Ahron, so we put Hagyana under it. Hagyana is a line like this, so this was Hushaya, a dot over, and Hagyana is a line that goes under the second letter in order to facilitate the pronunciation. So instead of putting another Zlama, we put Hagyana. In certain dialects, for example in the Urmi dialect, we say Khemta. So we put another Zlama under Hab, but the more correct way is to say Khemta, okay, without any vowels. And Marhadana has a similar function. If the second letter is not one of Amlai Ahron, we put a Marhadana over it. So Marhadana is a line similar to the Hagyana, but we put it over the letter. For example, we have Khardla. Again, two consecutive letters without any vowels. The second one, Dalat, is not one of Amlai Ahron, so we place a Marhadana over it. And usually Marhadana has half value of Zlama, Zoga. So Khardla, for example, Khardla, you can say, or Khardla, Khardla. Now, in Appendix E, you will find two fonts of the Estrangelo alphabet, the Eastern and the Western. In the old days, the entire books were written with Estrangelo alphabet. So if you're a student who wishes to read old books, I'm afraid you will have to memorize these letters in order to be able to read those old books. Otherwise, it's not really necessary. These fonts are used for title of books these days or for title of pages, but they are not used more than that. So you can refer to this table if you need to read a title. In Appendix F, I have put certain parts of the introductions to the reading and speech courses. For the introduction to the reading course, I had to cut out some of the things I wanted to say because the video was becoming too long. So I have put some of them here, not everything, but some of the things. Now, for the introduction to the speech lesson, this was the only place where I explained a tiny bit of grammar, like roots, etc. etc. And since in the speech course I don't explain any grammar at all, I thought maybe the students and the viewers, they wish to have these words, these roots, because maybe I went through them a bit too quickly and they want to refer to them later. So that's why they are here. So this brings us to the end of the reading course. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you have benefited from it. If you continue to read as many books as you can in Assyrian using your dictionary, I'm sure that you will make a lot of progress very soon. And if you wish to be able to speak in Assyrian, you may want to follow my speech courses. So this is actually not a goodbye, it's not a farewell. I wish you good luck and good continuation, and hope to see you again. Okay, goodbye.